The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, I waited like 25, 30 fucking years for this Mario movie, and they don't even have a Do the Mario reference in it? Come the fuck on, guys.
Shall we play a game?
Player to another. Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast that watches video game animated movies all of a sudden. I'm your host, Caleb.
It's a Joe.
It's me, I'm Zach.
I'm an A4. I'm gonna win.
Today, guys, if you couldn't tell by the name of the episode, we are reviewing the Super Mario Bros. Animated movie that just came out, like, this week, or last week, or whenever.
Last week, yeah.
So, we all saw it in theaters. I saw it earlier today, so really fresh on my mind.
Like 25 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so before we get into that, what's everybody been playing this week? What's going on? What's going down? Joe?
Who do you want to start?
Wait, I'm sorry, because there was just like one little squeak that came out of Joe, just like, Also, what was that at the beginning?
The fuck? Okay, so the people at home will not hear it because there will be a song playing through it, but there was like a baby cooing sound in the middle of the opening of the thing, it was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Which one of you two motherfuckers did that? Zach, Schweiss, who made that sound?
There's no one in this room.
Yeah, I didn't do it, I don't think.
If Schweiss's house is haunted, though.
That sounds like a fat person sound, though, just saying.
It did kind of sound like a fat person, like,
I promise you, I made no sounds.
Maybe it's the nubile anime girl I have locked up in the closet back there.
Yeah.
Hey, shut the fuck up! Anyway.
I'll tell you what I've been playing. I've been playing, get this. There's a new one here.
Oh, I got it.
A game called Parasite Eve. The third birthday.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to have something in common for a second.
Which I am in chapter 3 of 5 right now.
Wow.
What do you think so far?
Is chapter 3 the one where all the open world stuff happens? And then like chapters 4 and 5 are like on a train and it's like really quick at the end of the game?
No. So far, I've had to escape a bunch of dudes, which was a pain in the ass.
But you're used to running away in video games anyway, so.
Fair enough. It was a pain in the ass because I had to restart like twice. And then my battery died on the PSP again in the middle of doing stuff, which was awesome.
That sucks. That blows.
Well, luckily, it's not that long. Like once you do it once in Parasite Eve third birthday, it's like easier.
Is you're the one with the PSP that's got like the inflated battery, right?
Okay, it's not only the inflated battery. So I have a good battery, which I had to. Gosh, I have 2 different PSPs, dude, and I'm mixing and matching with the charger and the battery.
Mm-hmm.
And the charger, I want to say I got it from Schweiss, and it's like dog shit. Like you gotta like pinch it a certain way for it to actually like charge it.
It's the free charger, and he's talking shit about it.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, it's Schweiss's or was Schweiss's. So.
Well, we know Schweiss doesn't take care of things,
and will be again.
Other people's things like that. What is it, Super Nintendo?
Hey, that thing was damaged before.
But the thing is that Schweiss can't take care of a cord to save his goddamn life. Like,
which we've seen.
If there's a cord,
which one
it
is
will
it?
break.
Is it the one that's like got a bunch of different cords on it? It's got like the
no.
Oh, well, the one I'm using.
No,
for
it's
my
like
PSP,
a taped up one.
The one I'm using for my PSP is fine.
I
I
can't
mean, why would
remember
you get from the good one when you could have a good one? Like,
where or when I got this PSP, but I thought it was either from you or from Caleb too.
It was the other.
Okay. Either way, I'm sure you touched the cord and that's why it's broken. But anyway, it's like, I don't know, the cord, if it's not a green light on there, do not play is basically the idea I now have in my head. And also when I'm playing, I keep the cord up so that it has a green light, but I can't tell when it's plugged in if it's charging or not. Like there's no like indicator on it. So I don't know if the light is screwed up or if like what's coming out of the charger is like too weak for the PSP that it's plugged into, because I don't have two cords. I only have one cord and two PSPs. I have no idea what the mix and match situation is here.
If you press the PSP button, like the PlayStation button, it'll open up the menu and it'll tell you if it's charging, because the little battery thing will like do its little like 1, 2, 3
I forgot about that.
1, 2, 3. Yeah,
I forgot about that. Mostly I've just been doing like the halfway flick up so that it just pauses the game wherever it's at. So I kind of haven't gone too much into the main menu of the PSP because of that.
Did you install the game for faster loading times?
I don't know.
Why do you look like he's speaking Chinese to you? It's
because he knows the PSP really well. I've played like 3 games on there,
Yeah.
and that's it. Literally,
not all the games install, but
the menu shouldn't be that foreign to you. It's the cross media bar.
I don't remember any installation.
Oh, yeah, you can install.
I just remember popping it in and then starting it.
You can download the game and it'll play faster. Like the loading times will cut down.
My loading times are not really bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how bad they actually are because I always do that. But
so anyway, I've been playing that, and so I guess I'm almost halfway. And then I've been playing Halo Infinite, a lot of it, and
say an infinite amount of Halo.
we're on mission 9 of 15. So
yeah, you guys better hurry the fuck up.
Pretty good progress there.
I'm working on games that we got to review next before Halo Infinite.
Like what? What's next?
Parasite Eve, the third birthday.
Oh, is that next?
Yeah.
Who has to do that? Are you just doing it for fun?
No,
It's
I'm
me
doing it
and
'cause I
Zach
have-
and A4.
It's not me.
I did it.
It's Schweiss.
Oh, it's me, Schweiss, and
It's
A4.
you, Schweiss, and
Okay.
A4.
Oh, I was like, why would I? Why did
Yeah,
I
there's
play
one
it?
person-
We're doing 3 because it was on 2 different
Oh.
Patreon polls.
Two-
And it won both times.
And we spared
Different-
Zach because Zach has to play all the more games. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, because Joe decided to fuck me over.
It's not despaired, Zach. No, there was it actually won
Punished
2
Zach.
different polls.
Oh, and Zach wasn't on either of them.
Yeah. So 3
So
of us.
one of you
ended
actually
up
has
with
to play
Parasite
the
Eve
third
3.
birthday twice. I don't know who it is, but
It's probably me.
yeah.
But anyway.
I have played it twice. Luckily,
Oh, there you go.
But I think I'll probably end up beating both these games at like the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I might even beat Halo Infinite first. Schweiss,
Yeah.
what are you doing tonight?
I don't know.
Okay.
I gotta put the kids
that
to bed.
answers that.
Hopefully he's gonna spend time with his wife.
Nah.
I know. That was too
Spends
much.
time with her all the time.
Yeah. When I
But
sleep,
not enough time with me.
Yeah, Halo's after Parasite Eve for me.
Oh yeah, okay. I did Parasite Eve so early that I don't know.
I just
remember
figure
what it
Halo
was.
Infinite's not that like long a game, like the campaign anyway.
The reason that we started it when we did is because I wanted to co-op it with Schweiss,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore because our schedules are just not lined up, they just are not at all. I was like, okay, well, I'll start staying up a little later for a few weeks, and we can go through Infinite a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been doing. Because Halo 5 was a single player experience for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I played a little bit with Dead Islander, but that was it. So anyway, that's what I've been playing. Just those 2 games.
Cool. What about you, A4?
I have been playing Parasite Eve, the video game.
Nice.
With not the
Squaresoft.
third birthday. Yeah, Parasite Eve, 1990. You guys keep saying Parasite Eve : the third birthday. I think the game is just called the third birthday.
Yeah, it is. That's a
Is
stupid
it
name.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tabata is an idiot, so just saying.
It's a Square game, so it has to have a stupid title.
His games are Final Fantasy 15, The Third Birthday, Crisis Core, and Type 0. Okay, the guy's fucking retarded, right?
Yeah. So I was playing more Parasite Eve. I've also started God of War 2, which I did start like back on. I think
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, I think my last. I think the save when I tried it before and only got like an hour in was New Year's Eve. So I have restarted God of War 2. I'm at the Steeds of Time. I just released them and got them to pull that fucking island towards me
Nice.
so I could get on it. Yeah, so I don't know how far I am in God of War 2, but those games aren't exactly long.
Not very far, but
Right. But I like it so far. It's cool. Cool, like kind of Metroid Prime-y sort of intro where you start out with like everything from the first game and then Zeus tricks you into like putting all of it into that sword so he can kill you. So then that's why you start out again at like basically like ground level.
yeah.
But you get like new magic. Like I'm expecting to use the fucking the Poseidon's Rage in this one and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I don't have that anymore." But then you get like cooler shit like making lightning balls that just juggle enemies in the air.
Yeah.
So
Is number 3 the one with the move where you do it and it's like the Spartan like shield wall and then they like shoot
probably?
out from that
I don't
one's sweet.
remember.
That
Like a
one's sweet.
phalanx?
Yeah, it's like a little phalanx wall, and then
I think that is 3.
and then you when you upgrade it further, you can like keep mashing the button, and then like a volley of arrows will come in and start like nailing people.
Nice.
Yeah, that one's sick. That one's fun.
Yeah, that must be 3. Well, not must be 3, but it's probably 3 because I already have like 2 of the magics in this game, and it's not that yet.
You got the bow. The bow's sweet.
Yeah, like the gale, like it just shoots like wind. I
Yeah.
got it from what's his nuts in the cave.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Is that him?
Yes.
He's Atlas, isn't he?
I
Yeah.
don't think it was Atlas. I think it was someone else.
Maybe I'm confusing the two.
There's like a bunch of Titans. They all look the goddamn same.
Yeah.
It's the one that's like he's got his hand on the fucking Pegasus, and you have to like go around and get the rage of the Titans so you can like knock his fingers away, so you can keep flying to the.
Maybe it's
Sisters
not
of Fate.
him. Yeah. I don't know.
I
Cool
don't
though.
know.
That's awesome. That's good that you're
Yeah.
playing that.
Enjoying
Good
it,
game.
and that's kind of really all I've been messing around with this week. Just popping into God of War 2 a little bit, playing Parasite Eve, trying to get ready so I could play the Third Birthday. Because those games aren't super long; they're all like 10 hours roughly. So
Yeah.
even the God of War ones are at least up until God of War 2018.
Yeah, which is like
So-
40 hours.
Yeah, they'll be quick little ones to get through.
You gonna play the PSP games and Ascension?
Eventually, I don't think I'm going to play them on the lead up to Ragnarok. Just
I mean,
'cause
you kind of don't have to.
I
'cause
didn't
3
think I did. No, but they're also super short. They're like 5-6 hours just for the main.
Yeah, 3 is.
But
really,
I have that Origins collection on PS3, so I could play them.
Yeah, 3 is kind of where it ends.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everything else is like prequel or midway through kind of shit.
Yeah, it's like I'm not going to play Ascension. I'm just going to play God of War 1, 2, 3, 2018, and then I'll play Ragnarok.
Nice. All right, what about Zach?
The only game I played this week was Live Alive.
Is it Live a Live or I thought it was Live a Live?
It's all. It can be also Live Evil. Live Evil.
Damn it, I fucked it up.
Live
you're supposed to
Evil.
you're supposed to come in and say no. It's I think it's Live Alive.
No, it's Liv Tyler.
Oh, Lev Tyler, you mean?
Tyler.
Lev a Live. I love a Lev.
Live a Steven. Live a Steven.
And
It's
I
called
only
Kill
played
a
it-
Kill.
I only played it for a little bit. I'm in Edo, Japan, and I was trying to do the pacifist run, and it was like, and so I was reading
What is this,
about it.
Undertale?
Joe, this is gonna help you. You can kill demons, but you can't kill people, and you can do a thing where you kill people. But if you do a pacifist run, you get a super powerful sword for him at the end game stuff when you actually fight the boss at the end of the game, like the big overarching boss or whatever. But I killed someone because I thought they were a demon because they looked like a demon, but they were a person. Like he keeps a tally. He's like 1, and if you kill someone else, he keeps counting. So I have a save where I'm gonna go back and unkill someone.
It looked like a demon, but it turned out it was just a gnarled old woman.
Yeah, it was.
It looked like a demon, but it turned out it was Anya
Well, they had,
Joy
like, this-
Taylor or whatever.
She's not. Yeah, that's
She's
funny
got
'cause
these
she played,
fucking-
She played the X in the X-Men movie. She played the demon person. But so the mask the ninja dude had looked like horror. It looked like a demon. And I killed him, and he was like 1, and I was like, "Fuck! I
Yeah,
want that sword."
This
So
game sounds
this
a
one's-
lot like Secret of Evermore to me.
You
Like,
killed a
have-
guy in like an Oni mask because he thought he was a demon.
Yeah, because I read a thing that was like you can kill demons and stuff, and it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's
So
like
there's not a technical true pacifist run because there's bosses you have to kill, but I mean, is what it is.
it
So
sounds
I'm trying to
like
figure out-
I mean technically a demon and an Oni are two different spirits according to Phasmophobia
there's-
at least.
There's still
I forgot Onis were in Phasmophobia.
Yeah. Anyway,
So yeah, and I guess as well, if you don't kill any of the, because there's like women too that are like assassins. If you don't kill any of the women, then when you go to fight the boss, you'll get someone who will help you fight him. That's like, oh, like you didn't something like he didn't kill the women, so like they trust you or some shit. So I haven't killed any of them because I want the little extra guy. Because apparently he gives you stuff too, so I'm like, might as well.
yeah, does it give you like nice home cooked meals or what?
Yeah, it's great.
Now, does
But-
good weapon equal instantly easy final boss?
I don't know. It's
or-
just said what I read said that.
I gotta
'cause I was
know
kind of. I was like
what
trying
I
to figure out how to
gotta
like
give a
the
shit
best way to
about.
like level up and stuff with what I'm doing. And what it said was like it gives you this sword, and it's like which will greatly help him in the fight against the last boss. Of the game.
It will
But
save
so,
alive.
but I was looking for a key to open this door. Just kept ringing doors that were like not open. And it was like it gives you an option. It's like, oh, it opens up your inventory, and I was like, I found a Castellan cake that helps like do your life, and I was like, oh, I wonder what happens if I use the cake. And he tries, and it's like that will not fit into the lock, and I'm like, it's 'cause you used the cake, dumbass. It's not a key. Like I was laughing about it yesterday, but
You shouldn't have killed that guy. You should have let him live alive.
Yeah,
yeah, now I'm live
should-
evil.
should have let him live a life.
Yeah,
Joe,
so-
what was this trigger thing you just did?
I pointed and then I gave you a thumbs up.
Oh, I thought you were shooting
Hey.
a gun at me.
No, he wants to keep you alive.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to kill you or anything.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to that save, and hopefully, I don't remember if I saved before or after, so I hope I saved before.
Yeah, because
I
then
want
that guy will be live
fucking
alive.
sword. But I'm early enough in the chapter too that I could just restart it and not care. Because I could just skip the cutscene so I know what happens. That was super long, then I'll just run past the guards. So it's it's what
But
it
then
is.
wouldn't you technically be playing live alive with a different life alive? Because you're a different character. So if you've already lived the live, then if you create a new guy, it's like you're not living live. You're living.
It's the same dude.
living a live Vita Loca.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew,
God damn it.
I knew that's what that was.
It feels so upside inside.
Ricky Martin is a
out.
fucking genius.
Well, Schweiss, what have you played this week?
I played Conan Exiles for a few hours.
Oh yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah. I thought about it and I played it.
I just wish there was like confetti like rigged up so every time he says he's playing Conan Exiles, you press a button on a remote control and just confetti just explodes in his
And
fucking
it's just
house.
like, but it's gotta be like the weakest kazoo where it's like, "Brrrr," but just one.
Just like a marching
Yeah.
band comes in.
We got to do a super cut of all the Conan Exiles talk throughout the whole show.
And
All right,
that should be the last episode.
Whoever
We don't
the
even
fuck
review
is
the
getting
actual
all the
game.
best of clips for us, please try and timestamp every single time.
There's only 3
Schweiss.
people who volunteered for that.
That's enough.
Just make sure it's after I played Exiles, and then we should be fine.
We're going to end up having to listen to a whole bunch of Nude Clan. The 4 of us, by the way.
Why?
Because the best of must be done.
I don't listen.
Who
to
picked?
it.
Did anybody take 2014 already? 2016?
No one took 2014.
Yeah, 2014 doesn't exist.
Or 2016.
Really? 2016?
Someone
That
took
was-
2017, 18, and I think 19.
I mean, those were golden years too, but 2016 was great.
Well, you can take it twice. No one's going to stop you.
Nah.
I don't want to listen to the old stuff. I'd rather listen to like this year. I don't want to listen.
This
How's
year,
that?
I mean, we're pretty.
Maybe I
good.
should take 2016 because I'm not on the show, so I'd be unbiased because that's what I
Yeah,
was,
do it.
like
Take
listening to you guys.
Take 2016.
Yeah, go ahead. What was? I'm gonna check. Yeah, so I played some Conan Exiles. I don't think I played God of War. I can't remember. I got to leave the Muspelheim trials though. They're a little too much. I spent way too much time on them, so I've left, and I'm going to continue the story. But I have not really continued the story much, so I'm going to work on that. But yeah,
Sense.
Conan Exiles. That I played a little bit of Fortnite, I guess, with the boy. So, but I think that's about it. Technically, according to my account, I played Minecraft, but I have never actually played Minecraft.
What, really?
That's
Yeah.
the government getting you, dude. They're mad because they found all those secret, leaking all those government things on that from Discord server in Minecraft. And so now, because you've used buzzwords, the government's watching you. They're logging you into Minecraft to help arrest you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Makes
it's a plant.
Be careful.
it makes sense to me.
Be careful.
So the last episode of the last review of 2016 was Metroid Prime, by the way. 2016 contains Street Fighter movie review, which I know is great. Armored Core for Answer review.
Mm.
More stuff. Ranking and Ravings of a Madman. That one I remember being pretty good. Yeah, let's all just take a trip down a slow trip. down
Yeah,
memory
yeah.
lane.
Yeah, let's go memory lane here.
Double Dragon.
Guys, let's just pull out a list of our old episodes and then slowly and in a very tired
Slowly
voice
go over
read each
the
one.
ones we think might be funny.
Yeah, the one. Let's not
Double
worry about
Dragon.
making this episode funny. Let's just go back and just go through titles.
All right, so maybe
Yeah.
2017 was better, but that I know the Mortal Kombat and the Double Dragon were great.
I want to say 2017 is when Parasite Eve 2 and like Alone in the Dark reviews and like and Bounty Hunter happened.
Yeah, it is because Armored Core was like right before Bounty Hunter.
Well, because this past week I went back and listened to your Parasite Eve 1 review for reasons we'll get into in a minute, and it was just weird re-listening to you guys like from 6 years ago, and like going over stuff that it's like, yeah, someday we'll play the third birthday, and I'm like, oh, you don't even know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someday.
Someday in
Hindsight is always
2023.
2020.
Someday I'll play it twice like an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, Mortal Kombat was the first episode of January. Fuck. Yeah, 2017 is definitely king. 2016 can suck a dick.
A4 already volunteered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go, buddy.
I volunteered.
It's all
I didn't
yours.
say I was going to do it, but I just gave a good reason why I should.
Yeah. That's it for me, though. The question, though, that's on everybody's mind is, did anyone beat a game this week?
Nope.
Was that a yeah from you? An extremely quiet yeah?
That was a
No, I didn't do it. A4, did you beat anything?
So the other funny thing about listening to the Parasite Eve review, because I beat Parasite Eve, is hearing that was the first one you did on Twitch apparently, and you guys are kind of getting startled by the subscriber noise being the fucking hog growl.
Nice.
Also, re-listening to that Parasite Eve review, Joe, you are a fucking idiot. You are the reason that game was hard at the end because you threw all your shit away.
hey, fuck you. You listen to Ghost.
Yeah, you basically threw your ears away.
Well, shit, you got me there.
Okay,
know.
but did you A4? Did you say if you beat anything or not, or did I miss it?
I beat Parasite Eve.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure you beat it?
Yeah.
You didn't download someone else's save?
No, it was actually kind of easy.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Hey, eat my dick,
Yeah.
cunt.
Hey, I just, I didn't throw away all of my fucking weapons right before the end when there are ample opportunities for you to store them with a guy. I know it takes all of 7 seconds to go to the police station and give
And listen
him
to that
stuff,
sweet
but I mean,
porno music.
Dude, I really like the soundtrack for Parasite Eve 1. It's really good.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it was Yoko Shimomura. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So she's done the soundtrack for that. 15.
And everything else.
Kingdom Hearts, all of them.
Kingdom
Hearts, Street Fighter 2,
Yeah.
Super Mario RPG, there's a bunch of them.
See, she
the other
worked on
funny thing
those,
is-
but she's not retarded. See?
The other funny thing about the Parasite Eve review was Joe turning reverb on his own mic and going, "Ooh," like the opera singing in the fucking game.
Yeah. That's good.
It was
And
funny.
They
It made me laugh.
They turned to like watery jello after that.
Well, I mean, there's the first opera scene where she like sets everyone on fire, and then there's the other opera scene in Central Park where, everyone turns into goop, and it's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I like it. I think it's a good game. I'll
Was
give
it
it like a
the-
solid 8 out of 10.
Okay, 8 out of 10. Okay, I can live with that.
Also, you were complaining about the story being like, oh, this pseudoscience shit. I'm like, good thing this is like a video game where we can do pseudoscience shit. Otherwise, you'd look like a real asshole. That's
I mean,
all.
if it's obvious shit that you learn in like biology 101, I don't think you can get away with it.
I don't
You're
care.
not going
It's
to
a
be able
video
to
game.
have. You're not going to be able to have that.
It's a video
suspension of
game, Joe. I
disbelief.
don't really care what the mitochondria do.
But you do give a shit if it's a movie, don't you?
No.
No,
I didn't see the Parasite Eve movie.
Oh yeah. Is there a Parasite Eve movie?
Yeah, they made a movie based on the novel, and then they made the game.
Parasite Eve has a 75, according to us, by the way. It's tied with such greats as The Last of Us 2, Bloodborne, Fable 2.
How the fuck did Bloodborne get a 75? I know how
Tales.
Bloodborne got a 75.
That's because
Don't-
Joe didn't actually.
don't
play
answer
the
that. I
game.
already know.
Yeah, we know. Joe downvoted it for no.
It was
fucking
rhetorical. I'm just mad.
reason. I'm mad too because I can't believe it's the same level as
You
Last
wanna-
of Us 2.
you wanna get
Are
more
you
mad?
Fucking kidding me?
Halo
Yeah, what's the
4
point?
Halo 4 has a 76.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You know what?
I enjoyed
don't
Halo
throw
4 a
this-
lot more than
I don't
Oh
Bloodborne.
my
throw this-
God.
I don't throw this around lightly, but Joe.
Joe, there's a lot of
He's a
words I want to
dick.
call you right now that would get us kicked
Oh
off Twitch,
my
so I won't do it. But
Yeah, I was gonna say some words. but I
specifically
shouldn't
one
say
word.
it. Yeah.
Human.
One word. You've always been that word. You'll always
one.
be
Yeah, let's
that
go
word.
with human. Let's go with
There's two. Well, two
let's go
words
with- let's
come
go
to
with,
mind.
let's
Two
go
words
with-
come to mind.
let's go with anal sex loving human. Let's go with
Oh, see, I was gonna go the opposite and say something about a certain spectrum. So I think that we're both on the same wavelength.
I mean,
just
you could
different
combine the
assholes.
two.
We are.
There's a lot of words
Mine
I'd like to
right now.
combine to describe Joe now that I know what he did to Bloodborne and the overall Nude Clan ranking.
What
I don't want to get us kicked off
Bloodborne?
Twitch.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Bloodborne can't. If I give it a bad rating, oh, poor Bloodborne. It can't go on. Look at what Joe did to Bloodborne.
I mean, shit, we gave Death Stranding a 68. That's pretty brutal, too.
You know,
That game's
look,
definitely
Death
better
Stranding.
than...
Death Stranding at the very least is like divisive. It seemed like one of those games you either like or hate.
Poor Bloodborne.
Joe,
And
I
its
will
item
split. You know what,
menu
Joe?
Storytelling.
I will split the difference, Joe, and I will just simply call you. You are a slur, my good man.
You are a slur.
You are a fucking slur.
Oh, poor Bloodborne. Bloodborne. Not my Bloodborne. I love my Bloodborne. What do you mean? What do you mean they give Bloodborne a pet core?
Joe, the guy who doesn't like Bloodborne, also doesn't like Ghost. Food for thought, people out there. Just letting you guys know. Because I know there's a lot more people who will agree with me that you not liking Bloodborne is a grave sin.
Well, yeah, because Ghost you can't deny. Is
Why would you
terrible.
give story out of 10 with Bloodborne?
Like an 8 or a 9. I think it's a really
An
cool.
8
like-
or a 9?
Yeah, it's like a really cool, like, Eldritch-
cutscene.
I'd
It's
give
like
it
a really
6.
cool Eldritch
Story,
horror
Joe,
story.
this is dumb. There's a story.
Yeah, there's a
Not
story.
really.
It's like
They
yes,
talk
there is.
about it.
There's
It's
not a
glorious.
story.
There is a story.
Where do they talk about it, Zach?
You gotta talk to people, bro. You gotta
You gotta
get
talk
in
to
there.
people. You gotta look at the item descriptions.
Yeah, you have to find things. You
have to
have to be
look
good.
at the
You
item
have to be
description.
good at video games to know.
Yeah.
Shut the
just-
fuck
it's
up,
just-
dude. I
it's
don't
the
read
typical
item
FromSoft.
descriptions in any game.
Oh, poor Joe.
We can tell by the way that we can tell when you throw away all your shit in Parasite Eve, and it's like, oh, you can't get this back.
And you're like, oh, I did it wrong because I downloaded someone's
I do.
save.
I will
That's
agree
'cause
with.
you threw your shit away, bro.
I will agree with Joe on the Parasite Eve thing, where there is like a part where they have you save in the middle of a cutscene right before the final boss, and that was weird because it kind of just acts as like, I mean, I had multiple saves, granted, because I'm a gamer and I understand how that works, but like, yeah, I think that like having you save in the middle of a cutscene right before the final boss was a little weird. Wasn't really a big fan of that. So I agree with you on that one. Also, playing God of War 2, and I'm pretty sure God of War 1 acted this way, you can hit enemies if they're more than a 90-degree angle. It like auto like focuses on whatever enemy is closest to you. So I don't know what you're complaining about.
God of War doesn't do that.
Yes, it does. Or at
It
least
doesn't
God of War 2 does.
autofocus on. Yeah, I mean, we just reviewed God of War. I do
Yeah.
remember it quite well. It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
no,
I think you were just
it does
playing
not
it wrong.
autofocus on the next guy.
It does, actually.
There's none of that. There's no targeting in it whatsoever.
There isn't targeting, but the game kind of just automatically makes Kratos' attacks. Like if you do the basic square thing where he like throws the Blade of Chaos out, it auto focuses on whatever the nearest enemy is.
Sorry, I had to go wash my mouth out with soap for her and for you guys saying such things. Now, Bloodborne does have a shit story, though. I would give it a 6 at most.
Also, another guy who doesn't like Ghost. Just pointing that out to everyone in the audience.
That's why Sekiro is the best Elden Soulsborne game easily, because it has a story that you can actually follow.
Yes,
gameplay.
great.
Schweiss, really quick. God of War, when Kratos does like his basic attack, it just auto focuses on the nearest guy, right?
First one?
Like there's no targeting in the game, but like it does just sort of like auto focus you towards the nearest guy when you do your basic attack.
I don't remember
if
that.
there are enemies around.
I don't remember that.
No,
Yeah, well, God of War 2 does that.
I just aim.
Or that, yeah.
Also, something a pro gamer would do, Joe.
I aim my blade
next
of
question.
chaos.
Hey,
What do you mean I can't just sit here not touching the analog stick and just mash the
Yeah.
square button?
What do you mean I can't just watch 2B walk around and play the game?
A4, A4, I have never wanted
What do you mean I have to read the lore in the loading screens? What is this?
That's not a story.
Oh, you see, there's a story going on. You have to find it in the fucking item menus like a little fucking nerd.
What do you mean I have to work to learn the cool lore of this world?
Oh, lore is the same as story because I'm a fucking nerd and I don't know what makes a good story.
You guys by yourselves?
I wonder why my fantasy novel that I've been writing since middle school sucks balls. Oh,
I feel like
Where did
was
that
more
come
of a
from?
dig. See, I think that was more of a dig to himself.
Yeah, that was projection. That was projection.
I've been writing a
that
book.
was projection upon people that don't know how to write a story and are continually digging into their lore of their. A4. I don't know if you know this. I am a writer.
I couldn't tell because
I don't know.
Yeah, Dick Ryder.
Yeah,
Dick Rider. What does a Dick Rider do?
Rides dicks.
Oh, ride. R-I-D-E. Oh.
It was a play on words, Joe.
Oh.
Yeah, you would know that. You would have known that if you.
What do you mean? What do you mean you could have a word that
Yeah.
sounds the same as another word and use it in a pun? What the fuck?
You would have known that if you would have read the item description.
Of my fucking. That was a good one. I like that.
Don't you know that lore is
Yeah,
the most
guys,
important
Joe's
thing
a writer.
to
How's
fucking
that any
nerds
Go-Go
who dress
campaign
up
going
like
right now?
characters in the stories that they... Oh.
That sounds like that sound that was at the beginning of the thing over the.
Yeah, Joe was the
theme
one
song.
killing.
What do you mean I have to wait for the theme song to be over before we start the episode? I got stuff to do. I gotta go walk around with my arms like this because I'm cool. I'm Joe. This is how I talk. This is how I walk.
Look, man,
Anyway,
make something that's streamlined and interesting. That's all I'm asking for.
yeah, Bloodborne.
Interesting.
And it is
Say
interesting, at least, but
Clunky, convoluted, and fucking
We're not
stupid.
talking about 13th Cross, Joe. We're talking about Bloodborne.
Fair. That's fair.
That's not
That's fair
nice.
assessment.
Speaking of Joe's dreams, I
Dreams.
think he still has an Indiegogo
Motherfucker.
campaign. He has an Indiegogo campaign going on for Chicken
I
Coop.
do.
Yeah,
And
how
if
many?
you haven't donated, I've donated twice now. I've donated to the Kickstarter
Thank
and
you,
I've
Zach.
donated to the
I actually,
Indiegogo.
I have not donated yet. I really should.
So I
donate to
think,
that.
listeners,
should.
if you want to
Thank
help Joe get out of his parents' basement and to stop his dad from wondering, why did I send my son to California?
He was
Help
already
him out.
gay before he left.
Eddie's a liberal cuck. Let him, just help Joe out.
I would
When you
love
donate to the
I think-
Indiegogo
I've
campaign,
never
make
heard
sure you
my
leave
dad
is a bitch.
use the word
and
cuck.
I would love to hear Joe's dad call him a liberal cuck. You gotta get like into a heated argument when I'm nearby. You're like, you know what, boy? You're nothing but a goddamn liberal cuck. Get the
What
fuck
is
out
dad?
of
What
here.
is dad say?
When you guys-
I thought his dad was Mormon.
when we
He is.
fly
He
me
wouldn't
out to
say any of
Utah and
that,
we're all in
but-
the same room, I'm going to try and instigate a fight between you and Joe, like the UFF fight where he called you a cunt, but I'm going to try and get you to call him a liberal cuck to his face.
No, you can't do that because they'll actually fist fight.
I know,
And
that's my point.
Cameron isn't here to sacrifice his body to do it because I'm not going to give a fuck if they break stuff. They break.
Well, so
stuff.
now we'll get to see who wins.
No, I'm just gonna see what liquid panty remover does to Joe, and then I'll find out for sure. If
Yo,
he's straight.
someone wanted to buy that after the last episode.
Yeah, you should. It smells pretty good, honestly. I mean, I don't think it's worth
apparently
$200.
it's like $70 or some shit.
How
Yeah.
much did you pay for
It's a
that?
cologne.
I paid $40. I got the Maverick parking lot discount. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you bought it straight from the source.
Yeah, straight for the
Bro,
trunk.
if he's charging $200 for that, that's more than like Valentino and like their colognes. That
Did you at least like the reference I made to that in the thumbnail where he's got the QTE and it says remove panties?
Yeah, I did. It took me like
Dude, you would
3
not
days to
believe-
realize that.
You would not believe how hard it was to find a screenshot of those two ladies from that fucking scene where like they're slightly off center because like I wanted to make sure there was enough room for Kratos to be in the fucking end, but I
Right.
had like the text get drowned out by like how visually crazy their costumes were because apparently like in Japan they're not even topless, they're censored.
Wow,
makes sense for Japan.
Yeah.
losers.
Uh,
How to
yeah.
lose a world war. Step
Yeah.
1, censor penetration. Step 2, censor titties. Step 3, defeat.
No, it's the pants gnomes thing from South Park. It's like step 3 question mark question mark question mark. Step 4 defeat.
Yeah. Step 3, make America rescue Britain. Step 4, defeat. That's what pisses me off when everyone's shitting on. I know it's totally separate, but when people are shitting on like America and like, oh, you guys' healthcare is trash. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. If it weren't for us, you guys would have been dead forever ago. We saved your ass in World War II. Britain was getting fucking pounded, man. They would have gotten their shit kicked in.
Wait, who?
And no.
What kind of bizarre? Yeah, you say they're separate, but are you sure you know they're separate?
I mean, technically, if we wouldn't have helped, they wouldn't be saying anything about that because they wouldn't have been there.
You just
I feel
don't
like-
like
I
people
feel like you're on
criticizing
the-
the United States.
I feel like you're on the
No,
wrong
not when
side,
you're a
too.
foreigner.
Because Schweiss should really be like, it was for those damn Americans. We would have wiped their masses out with the Fourth Reich. That's the side you're supposed to be on.
I mean, I
Yeah.
normally don't like people.
You're missing.
I normally don't like people bad mouthing my country either, but it's especially worse when I like see the kind of cuisine they have, like in Britain, and then I'm like, oh, you have no fucking room to make fun of America.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like, we did you a favor by putting a McDonald's on every block because then there's at least something quasi-edible.
Something with some
They're-
salt in it.
they're
Yeah.
McDonald's and they're-
Ever heard of
and
GMOs, you
they're
fucking
like
losers?
fancy, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry that we gave you guys the gift of meat that isn't boiled.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have been boiling your kids if it weren't for us coming in to save the day. He wouldn't have had anything. But yeah, no, that's...
No, I get annoyed at that too. Every time I listen to a Mark Kermode podcast where he's, reviewing movies of the week, he'll find some way to talk about some right-wing politician for the United States, and I just want to choke him from over here. I just like
See, that's
just
why
shut
I
the
like.
fuck
I just
up. You're
immediately.
British, you little British bitch.
That's why I immediately.
I don't like him
fucking-
either, but you're British.
Dude,
so shut the fuck up.
No, no, like whenever I'm watching like a review for something and they find a way to shoehorn that shit in, it's like I immediately stop watching and just unsubscribe. Like I found a guy that I thought I would like reviewing Parasite Eve, and at some point he says like, and there's even like real scientific things there. They name drop Richard Dawkins, and you can look that up and go, oh wow, that's a real transphobe, and I'm like, and I'm exiting out of the video because that has nothing to do with anything.
Like that's literally my favorite aspect of Richard Dawkins. So unsubscribe.
Me too.
Yeah,
But yeah, no.
it's literally the only reason why I like him.
Can you? Yeah, it's like
I don't know. I just know that like we hear about British politics every once in a while, and well, how would you like it if I had an opinion?
Yeah, I don't have any opinion really, other than
I think that one guy's
They're
hair
there.
looks really hilarious.
yeah. That's about
Boris
it. Yeah.
Boris
Boris
Karloff
Johnson.
or whatever his name is.
Johnson.
Yeah, Boris Karloff. You know, the Prime Minister, Boris Karloff.
Yeah, the closest thing to like critiquing Britain I'll ever do is just saying that, you know, that their next James Bond better be good. That's about as involved as I
I got a
am.
lot more critiques for Britain. It's just that they're all the ones that everyone else uses, where it's like, oh, your teeth are fucked up, your food's bad,
Yeah, your last
you drive
Bond,
on the wrong side of
your
the
last
road.
Bond movie upsets me more the longer I think about it. If
You guys don't say the letter T in any word you use.
Yeah, ever heard of salt? What about pepper? I won't even bring up pepper.
No, God, we got to ease them in, Schweiss. Okay,
Yeah,
salt's too spicy for them. We gotta.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get them Old Bay in like 150 years when they finally become accustomed to flavor.
This is what Boston women taste like.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Maryland, but whatever. It's
Don't get me wrong, I like Old Bay, but thinking of a woman like that, it's not.
I mean, I'd pour some Old Bay
let me
on
put it
that.
this way: the Maryland women that don't taste like Old Bay taste like cigarettes, so
Yeah.
I'll take the Old Bay.
or crack or heroin.
Yeah. See? Not so bad now, is it?
So, Kingdom Hearts Coded was also co-directed by Hajime Tabata and Nojima.
One of the few Kingdom Hearts games I can think of where
No
I know
shit.
a single
Nomura,
person who's
Nomura.
played it.
Not Nojima.
Again, I say no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nojima is also evil. He keeps writing terrible books.
Nojima, I would put Nojima way, way below Tabata.
Yeah, well, who's the guy who did 13?
Miyazaki, right, or Miyamoto, or something.
It's me.
It's the same guy who
I
did
gotta
10,
look it up.
right?
It's been too long. I think it was Miyamoto.
It's the guy who's like obsessed with lightning. Like,
Metallica, Ride the Lightning.
Yeah, Ride the Lightning.
I wouldn't mind riding
Yeah,
the lightning.
Motomu Toriyama.
Toriyama.
Oh,
yeah,
it
that's
was
right.
like it's the same name as another more famous Japanese guy. It was Toriyama. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But I would totally ride the lightning. I would also ride the Sarah. I would ride the Vanille. I would ride the Fang.
Fang would ride you. Come on, she's got an enlarged clit.
Lightning would probably ride me too. Yeah.
Yeah, she'd like have a little like flip out dildo. Like it looks kind of small, and you're like, oh, okay, that's in the. It's like 10.
Entering combat mode. Or no,
It's
that's
like 13
Texas
inches
Squad mode.
long. All right, come on.
Meanwhile, Vanille would just be like completely submissive, but it would just be her like retarded accent the whole time. She's like, girl, whatever, her weird fucking like British accent, but with more teeth. Like,
Yeah, it's weird. Fang's is legit, but hers is fucked up.
I also like Fran's accent. I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be, but I love it.
Woods. It's supposed to be woods.
Yeah, it's just Vieira.
Yeah. The biggest betrayal that Final Fantasy ever did was making male Vieira in 14. That's like unacceptable.
Yeah, well-
That's why Final Fantasy 14 can't be a great game.
Is it unacceptable because it made you feel a certain way?
Are there male Mikotis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
guess it makes
Vieira
sense.
are literally supposed to be like the what are they like?
Like an all female race, I know.
Yeah, but it's the old, what are they called? The fucking like the woods creatures that are all female and like lore.
Nymphs.
Amazons?
Nymphs.
Nymphs, yeah, they're supposed to be nymphs, but like hotter because they're bunnies. And then they make male
Yeah.
ones. I'm like, well, this is ridiculous. Like it's that's why it can't be a great game, no matter what anyone
Although
else says.
knowing 14, there's probably like a crazy lore reason for why they exist in that specific instance of that universe.
Yeah, if you read I don't read the item descriptions in that game either, though. So
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't know.
A4's saying that lore is really important to him.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that Final Fantasy 14 has crazy lore. So why it's like, why is there Magitech armor in this game? It's like, well, actually, there's a bunch of other shit they threw in.
That's true, but that one's a big betrayal. Like come on.
Yeah.
And what men?
I agree.
What men see? And like, what are they? What's
They're turning the frickin' Vieira's gay.
Well, yeah. What's the point of it? Like, oh, men need to have Vieira characters. It's like, no, the Vieira are for the men.
They're putting
already
crystals
for
in the
us.
water to turn the frickin' Lalafels gay.
Yeah. Every one of them a cocksucker. Yeah. Yeah. Alex Jones is right, but not early enough. They've been gay the whole time.
Yeah.
How can you not be how can you not smoke pole when your race is called Lalafell? It's like the gayest sounding thing this side of a Ghost.
It sounds as illegal as it looks. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Should I be seeing this? Anyway, Super Mario Bros. Kids movie.
Yeah, Super Mario
Should I be
Bros.
seeing
movie.
this Super Mario movie?
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros. Movie, directed by Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek, who both were on some like
Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans-y stuff.
Yeah. Are you guys gelling?
Titans Go specifically.
Are you guys gelling? Because he's gelling.
Like Magellan.
Yeah.
The writer is Matthew Fogel, who had previously written the screenplay for Minions: The Rise of Gru.
Nice.
And has a story by credit for the Lego Movie 2. And has a story credit for Big Mama's Like Father, Like Son from 2011.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
So, not a whole bunch of credits on the filmmaker's side of
That
things.
movie's
So, these are all
literally
pretty.
Next to my
pretty new
Bond
people.
collection.
It stars Chris Pratt, as Mario.
Yes, Anya Tits.
Charlie Day as Luigi, and Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, and I believe Seth Rogen
It's
as
Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
and Jack Black as Bowser.
And then who's Toad? It's Michael. It's what's his name? It's the dude from Key and Peele. I can't remember.
Oh, Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah, is Toad.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
So it is a 2023 animated film based on Nintendo's Mario video game franchise. All of the Mario, not just Mario Bros, apparently.
Not just Super Mario Bros.
They got OG
It was-
Mario in there, too.
It was produced by Illumination, Universal Pictures, and Nintendo. And it just came out, and it's doing a ridiculous amount of business. It's only been out for 2 weeks, and it's already made like $692 million.
Who would have thought
Holy
that
shit.
a movie based on one of the most popular video game franchises of all time?
I know.
And a kids movie that's not trying to turn your kids gay.
So
Yeah,
after,
one of the few.
So the last time Super Mario Bros. Was made into a movie was the 1993 movie, starring John Leguizamo.
Who's really
and,
pissed about this
what's
movie?
His name? Ben
He's not
Hoskins.
famous anymore. Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins, sorry. And Dennis Hopper.
Very troubled development, infamously on that.
It's also
movie.
a really bad movie.
Yes.
But we have been reviewing almost every video game movie now. There's still a few on our list. But honestly, in terms of all horrible video game adaptations, that one is not among the worst.
No, it really isn't.
It's
It's
entertaining. It's
It's
just
not.
like, I think my review on Letterboxd for the 90s Mario movie was like, even if Super Mario Brothers, like the IP didn't exist, this would still be one of the most schizophrenic movies ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to other movies, it 100% isn't that bad compared
So-
to the genre it's in.
This new version apparently had a lot of oversight by Nintendo. They
You can
didn't
tell.
want their stuff messed with in any way that would make them look bad, and they did not want to repeat the experience that they had before. Miyamoto was apparently a big part of the production of this movie.
Yeah.
I heard that he held a katana to everyone's throat the entire time for filming, for editing.
Yeah,
Just like,
and they had the dude who directed the last one crucified above the door the entire time they developed this movie.
has a blood dripping in a bowl. They fed it
Yeah.
to Chris Pratt to make him more like
They
Mario
made Chris
every time.
Pratt the one that like sent up the water sponge to the guy every day to keep him alive. Remember,
So straight up,
Thirst.
it became the highest grossing movie based on a video game within 2 weeks of
Yeah.
its release.
It's crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah.
So number 1 on that list is Super Mario Bros. Movie. Number 2 is Warcraft.
yeah,
Number 3 is
Oh, no, that's 'cause
Detective
China.
Pikachu.
That's
Then
'cause China.
Rampage. Then Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So I mean, most of these are pretty
big
recent
hitters.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy.
So
when,
anyway-
it's easy when the currency is worth half as much as it was 5 seconds ago.
Well, I mean, like it's also a thing where it's like video games are way more popular now than they were back in the 90s or even the like 2000s.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier of a sell.
I mean, there were legitimately 10 people in the theater, and 2 of them were dressed up as Mario and Luigi. Also, I'm pretty sure they were fucking in the back row.
My theater was actually pretty packed.
Mine was
yeah.
packed
Oh,
too.
dude, my theater was packed at a 9:30 at night showing.
Well, to be fair, Schweiss went midday on a Monday when most people are working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the kids
So, I mean-
But I mean, like,
liked it.
we went 9:30 on a Friday night, and it was still packed, and there was still a lot of kids there. I'm like, this seems kind of late to have like a bunch of kids at this movie, but I mean,
I think too, like one of the reasons is probably. I mean, I'm not gonna say like it. I don't think it deserves that for video game movies, especially with the filth we've gotten before in video game movies.
Yeah.
But I think as well, a lot of people right now, like especially like our age, especially, it's stuff we grew up with, and a lot of us are parents. A for trying, not succeeding, to be parents. And sorry, just kidding, dude.
Zach,
trying, damn it.
Zach succeeding, not trying.
Yeah, good thing abortions aren't illegal yet in Utah. So, there's these, we're like at this age where like our people our age are parents, and having kids who are old enough to enjoy these movies and not really, I don't know if understand, but like they've played with them. Like I have like little nieces and nephews that like I've like played Mario Kart with, and I've played these like Mario Party and played these games with, so they know who these characters are. And I think it's just a new generation of gamers too, where it's like they're learning from us as we're aging out and dying because we are being put out to
We're
pasture,
dying in our 30s.
being millennials.
well, that was the funniest thing about the critic reviews for this movie, because this movie got like pretty middling reviews from the critics. It's like got a 50 something on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's because like most of the negative critic reviews, it seems like they don't know, like they just seem like boomer critics who don't know who these characters are. And it's like, this franchise has been around for almost 40 years. How do you not know Super Mario?
Well, I
Bros.
mean,
at this
that kind of
point?
goes with like when we were talking about Smooth the first time. We had Caleb Craig in our chat, one of our other chats, who was like, "Dude, these reviews for Mario are terrible." And it's like, well, what did you expect from a Mario movie before you'd seen it? It's like,
I mean, yeah, but also it's like I did see like very specific like reviews that were picked out, and people were posting screenshots where it's like, I forget, the one reviewer was like, he was describing Bowser by like referencing a character that hasn't been relevant since like the fucking 80s. And it's like, yeah, dude, like, sorry, everyone under 40 knows who these characters are. You're like just out of touch.
Joe looked like he was going to say something and then he stopped. What? Did you have something you'd like to say, Mr. Joe?
There's definitely one part of me that knows that this is a video game adaptation, and another part of me that is the filmmaker and film lover.
Mm-hmm.
And I love movies a lot more than I love video games, I'll be honest. And so when I'm looking at this movie, it's kind of like there are problems with it from a filmmaking perspective. And I can imagine negative or at least mixed reviews for this movie.
Yeah.
I know this is the reaction that I got in the movie theater, okay? Because my girlfriend was really excited to see it. I had like told her the week before, I was like, hey, do you want to go see this Mario movie? I have to do it for a podcast. And she's like, I don't know. And then apparently she saw some like shit on social media, and she's like, suddenly she wanted to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I was like, okay, well, we can do that on Friday. So we go. And then okay, so here's the deal. I do think it is the best video game adaptation that I've seen. Now, there's only like 8 I haven't seen. So I'm going to guess it's probably the greatest video game adaptation of all time. Because it respects the source material, tells a story within its source material, and it does generally do a good job doing so. But when my girlfriend turned to me at the end of the movie, she's like, "What did you think?" Really excited. And I went, it was good. And then she was like dumbfounded and kind of mad that I gave her that reaction.
Joe
Should have just lied.
she was as mad at Joe as I was at Alex when she didn't like Arrival. It's like, oh, it didn't make sense. So what?
Then again,
did you watch it?
then again, I guess I can't tell you to lie, because when we saw The Last Jedi, the scene where Short Round, whatever the fat Asian chick's name is, saves Finn. She stops
square.
Finn from doing suiciding himself to stop the. She's like, we're not gonna end this war by killing who we hate. We're gonna end this war by saving who we love. And my girlfriend turns to me and goes, "Oh," and I had like this look on my face, like I smelled a fart, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
So I guess it's kind of hard to lie to give your like.
I don't lie.
Yeah.
Just as a rule, I don't
You
lie.
lied about your sexuality for quite a long time, so I don't think that's
You're still doing it.
entirely true.
So when someone asks me my opinion, I will try to do it in like the most kind way possible. I don't think this is like that good of a movie, to be honest,
No.
from like a movie perspective. I thought like a lot of the character motivations for a lot of the turnarounds didn't make sense to me. There were characters that were really underdeveloped. I think Mario himself is an underdeveloped character.
Yes.
And it was hard to really care about what was happening to him. I thought Peach's like warrior princess thing was really stupid. And anyway, like there's problems with it. I have problems with it. But like I generally had like a good time. I was laughing mostly when the Blue Star character came up and was saying it's like doomsday sayings with like this like baby voice.
Yeah.
That made me laugh really hard.
I think it's one of my favorite parts with the star is when they're lowering him into the lava and it stops. He's like going down and it stops and like right before he dies. Like boo.
First of all, it's not a star, it's a Luma, and it probably would be a baby in canon. Just saying. So that fits. The voice fits.
No one gives a fuck. Just kidding. Speaking of voice,
Shut up,
I
Lord
enjoyed
Screen.
Donkey Kong as well. I enjoyed that character quite a bit.
I liked all of the casting, honestly.
I thought the casting,
Jack Black
pretty
as Bowser is
stacked.
fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I wish they would have like let him sing the "Fuck You Gently" song though when he was singing about Peach. I think that would have been better, but
you know that Peach's song was good though.
it was good. So no, that I actually liked. I think Chris Pratt did a good job with Mario.
He did fine.
I liked the fake Italian accents they did in the commercial they did.
And then they have the Charles Martinet cameo right after that, where it's like,
So-
are you sure it's not like overdoing it? And he's like, it's a perfect woohoo.
Yeah.
So did you know he also played the dad as well? So he played.
I did not know
Giuseppe,
that.
And he played the dad, which is so he did like his normal voice too, which is kind of fun.
By the way, this movie is fucking lousy with fucking references all over the goddamn place to like everything.
Yeah.
Nintendo and Mario.
So one of our
They
one
even
of
had
our-
a Switch propping up a fucking internet router.
Router.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it was like classic.
So one of our past kings of the podcast of the Hog was really upset that Seth Rogen was Donkey Kong, and watching the movie, I honestly thought it was perfect casting.
He's fine. He did.
It
good.
was
He
fun.
did
He's a
good.
hero.
Why were they mad?
Craig, I don't know. Craig
Because
just
he has
was mad
good
about it.
comic timing or something. He just doesn't
Craig-
like.
He lets there be
talented
like
people have-
dramatic.
No, I mean like
Voice
Seth
crack.
Rogen's an asshole, but like he did fine as Donkey Kong.
He great as Donkey Kong. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, so like people, if you haven't seen it, sorry, but like one of my favorite lines in the thing. So spoilers, 3, 2, go fuck yourself. Is when they're in the they get eaten by that eel thing, and they're in the stomach, and Donkey Kong's like, "You would understand, my father doesn't, or like, it's just, it thinks I'm a disappointment." And Mario's like, you know, my dad thinks I'm a disappointment too. And he's like, you know what? Your dad's right. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I was like,
I thought it was funny, but it was weird how they were like building up to sort of like that friendship moment, and they just completely subverted it. And it's
That's
just
No,
the best
I love
part.
that.
I
thought it was
guess.
great.
the best part of it.
Although
dude.
I
Yeah.
did like their dynamic becoming friends more as the movie started progressing, because like they had to start out fighting so they could get the Kong army, and then eventually they like become like begrudging friends to stop Bowser. That was fun.
Yeah, and then they
I
fucked
like the
at the
dynamic
end.
between them.
Did you guys see that post-credit scene?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was very brave of them to give Donkey Kong an uncut penis. It was very brave.
Well, he's Jewish.
And then when Mario
Yeah.
peeled it like a banana, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
paid
came.
attention. They
I
knew.
came.
Here's coconut gun. Fires and spurts. If it shoots you.
I liked how they had Diddy Kong in there for a little bit.
Yeah, they give
Fucking-
Diddy Kong or something
Again,
there.
this movie has so much. Like, this is one of those things where YouTubers are going to be like going through every little fucking frame of this movie and be like, here's a
Yeah, I
reference
mean,
to this.
the
Here's
fight-
a reference to that.
The fight area was a reference to the original Mario game where Donkey Kong is throwing barrels.
Well, it's Donkey
Yeah.
Kong.
Yeah.
It's the original Donkey Kong. The original Mario Brothers game is the one where you're in the sewer. And
Isn't that the... No, yeah, that's Mario's first appearance is in Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he's a jump man, which is cool
Yeah.
because when Charles Martinet cameoing the guy who talks like Mario, he's playing an arcade machine that looks like Donkey Kong, but
Yeah.
it's called Jumpman at the top.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like,
I saw that.
just from that first zoom out after they do the commercial and they like, and they're in like a Punch Out pizzeria,
Yeah.
and they have all the pictures of all the Punch
Yeah.
Out guys like on the wall, and then like the first guy they run into there is like Foreman Spike, who is like their boss in Wrecking Crew, which is another game Mario appeared in, and I'm like, oh, they fucking went all out on this shit. with the
Yeah,
references.
there's no stone left unturned. It's like Disney with Star Wars here. Like there's
yeah.
no mystery. It's all there. Everything's here.
But even the soundtrack, which I immediately bought the vinyl when I got
Soundtrack's
home.
great.
The soundtrack's awesome.
Man, I
It's
thought
just, like,
I thought
if
you.
That's great.
If you have heard a Mario song, like if you've played any Mario game at any point in your life, there's going to be one melody in this soundtrack at least that you're going to be like, I know that song. It's going to tickle your little nostalgia bone.
Nice. So you buy.
I like how the orchestration of the old hits was just like it was just really well done. It was just yeah. One thing that I liked, kind of from the filmmaking perspective, that was also like a callback to the game, was like 2 or 3 times in the movie they did like the side perspective as if you
yeah,
were
side
playing,
scroll.
like a 2D
So in the-
Mario game, which I thought was
the very
In
beginning.
the very beginning, when he's running through New York, it's basically made to look like the layout of level 1-1. Like the very first Mario level.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's subtle. It's subtle, but it's there.
I really like that, and I thought the animation was actually really spectacular. Really
I
good.
mean,
like
what did we expect
high
from
quality,
the
high
company
caliber texture and all
that
that.
made the minions?
Yeah, it didn't
Nothing
drive
less
me
than
nuts.
perfection.
Well, because there's the thing where it's like a lot of the Mario world looks like it's just made of plastic, like it all looks kind of toy-like, but like there are more areas besides like that Mushroom Kingdom kind of like plasticky looking area. Like you've got Brooklyn, you've got like the Bowser area, you've got the inside of the eel and stuff. And I wasn't sure, like, because the Mario characters in this look slightly off from what they do in the games. Just for whatever reason, that's how they had to make them look for the movie. But like, you know, I stopped thinking about it about 2 seconds into the fucking movie, and I think it all looks really good.
Is the Mario Bros being from New York, of Italian
They're from Brooklyn, I think,
descent?
which is in New York.
Yes,
it's more or
in
less
New York.
canon, yeah. Like,
Is that okay? That is canon because it was like it was in both movies, and I'm like, is that really what we're going with? Like,
Yeah,
is that
that's
Yeah.
at least
Okay.
that's.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if that's like the strictest canon in Japan, but like I know for a fact that like that was the story in America for the longest fucking time. Like
Interesting.
even the old '80s Mario cartoon that they used the rap from for the commercial. That's the whole story of that. Is they were plumbers in Brooklyn and they got sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom down a drain pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
What'd you
kind of
think,
hoping
Schweiss?
they.
You
I
haven't
was.
talked that much.
I was kind of hoping they would have brought that bomb out and just like taken out Brooklyn. You know, like when that bomb
The
went,
bomb.
they threw it
The
into the
bomb.
pipe. I'm like, damn, are we gonna blow the city up or what? But no, they pussed out.
Dude, what they should have done is have Bullet Bill hit the 2 towers.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
And then
Yeah.
hit
Yeah.
him. They're like, oh, I think Bullet Bill passed. Turns around, boom.
Yeah, as he like before he gets there, he hits like a clothesline and it like wraps this turban, it like wraps a towel around his head,
Jeez.
and then he fucking slams it. You're like, I saw
We
it.
gotta.
I think the biggest thing about that is before Bullet Bill hits the building is when the explosion should have happened, like before the plane hit the building.
Yeah.
Because our government set bombs.
Bullet
in the
bills can't
Twin
melt
Towers.
steel
Yeah,
beams.
everyone knows bullet bills don't burn hot enough to melt steel beams.
Don't melt. Yeah, that's perfect.
Everybody knows it.
But like, what they should have done is Bullet Bill should have hit the two towers, and you should have had the ending like.
And
Dead
what about
Mario
World?
theme.
What about World 7?
Yeah. What about the Pentagon? Who hit that?
What even would be the Mario equivalent of the Pentagon?
I don't know.
They're at the fucking Pentagon.
Peach's Castle.
Turn on the TV. It's on every channel.
And one
guess
in
in
the
this
field right before Donkey Kong's place.
Yeah,
They brought
a field
down
out
to
a field out in the
Heroes.
middle of Sarasa Land or something.
Yeah. It was close.
Yeah.
Close call.
Yeah. No, I really, I was thoroughly entertained this whole time. Yeah, there's problems with it. One of the criticisms that I did see a lot that I do pretty much agree with is that the pacing is a little off. It's very frenetic, but it's also a 90-minute kids movie.
It's
so.
frenetic, but it doesn't. This is what I had a problem with. It's like I wanted to know, and it's a good thing I wanted to know more.
Mhm.
It's like I wanted to just. Some of the situations with like the brothers, like, oh, I'll never let you go or whatever, that the thing that
Yeah,
they're
it
doing
didn't
that is,
feel
like a little bit
impactful.
weird. It didn't have an impact. There was like issues with setting up characters, like they rushed the first act too much, I think.
Mhm.
And a lot of the movie
like Mario
feels
just meets
rushed.
Toad, and Toad's immediately just like, "Come on with me!" Like,
Yeah,
So
I just
maybe-
needed a little bit more of a human element, I guess, in there.
Right.
That would just be
even not in just the
rounded
beginning
out a
thing.
little bit
Like
more.
if they did a movie where they didn't throw Donkey Kong in there, and it was just them trying to take down Bowser. So because I really like, as much I did like the movie, I would have liked more Charlie Day with Luigi in there.
could have used more Luigi.
I would have liked more Luigi.
That's
And
cool
so
that
I
they
feel
threw him
like-
in the mansion in the beginning, though. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah,
It was
me
very
too.
very reminiscent of Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. Game I've never played, but I know
It's
enough.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
so
just
that's-
okay.
So the person I watched it with my girlfriend.
That's all
like
right.
Joe did with his, and my girlfriend was very excited when King Boo comes for the wedding. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was her biggest. Like, oh my god, do you see who that is? And I'm like, yes, I've played all of these games. Yes,
Yeah,
because she just
Weren't-
beat Luigi's Mansion.
weren't a
3,
lot
so
weren't a
she's
lot
like
of
on
booze in
speed
this
shape.
movie. Like 1 or 2 boos in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Well, so like speaking of like the younger generation, so my boss, his kid loves Mario, and he's like, they went to the movie, and his kid's kind of like really shy, but so his Halloween costume for last year is his dad. His dad was like, what do you want to be? He's like, we got your sister taken care of. What do you want? And he goes, I want to be a shy guy from Mario. And they're like, okay. And so he went to the movie, and the Shy Guys were in it, and he said his kid was just sitting there just eating popcorn, and I guess the Shy Guys did their little like "Meh" sound, and his kid's like, he looked over at his son, and he goes, they even did their iconic sound, and then
Yeah.
went back to eating his popcorn. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool that like they did like things with like that like made kids happy. Like at the end of the day, like this wasn't for critics, this wasn't for big reviewers, this was for fans of Mario, and this was for the kids who really enjoyed it.
Yeah, the kids. There was like a group of kids, like a couple groups of kids coming out of the movie theater, and they were singing the Peach song. A lot of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Like, and I was like taking a piss in the bathroom, and I kept on hearing like Peachy, 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 Peachy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was pretty fun. That was pretty fun to see.
It's good to like it. It's a good movie in the sense that like the kids will like it because it's Mario and it's aimed at them, but the adults can like it too. If you again played any of these fucking games within the past almost 4 decades, you'll probably see something you recognize and have a fun time because it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's a fucking Super Mario Brothers movie, but because of the amount of oversight that Nintendo had over it, like every little detail is pretty much on par with the games. So
Yeah.
there's not really like a weird disconnect where you get with like other video game movies where it's like with the Rampage movie, it's like, oh, well, Rampage is just a fucking game where you're like a monkey punching buildings, so they had to like explain how that works in that movie, and like, oh, here's a woman in the red dress, just like in the video game. Whereas in this one, it's just like, it's a mushroom. It makes you bigger. They didn't say this, but it's like, you know how fucking mushroom in Mario works. This series has been around for almost half a century.
Well, I like too how they're like, yeah, if you like take damage and like it stops working, and it's like, okay, that makes
and they don't really
sense,
need to over-explain that shit. And like, for some people, I can see that being a problem, but it's also just like, if you know how the fucking video games work, then who fucking cares?
Well, it's like you're seeing a movie that's not based on realism too, so it's like, okay.
I think part of that is why the movie isn't as good, like story-wise, though, is because they just expect you to know the characters, you know.
Right, but
and I've only played one Mario game to completion, and that's the 1,000-year penis or whatever I joked and called it.
The 1,000-year door.
Yeah, it looks like a penis made of Arby's meat. That door itself.
Yeah, but like you know how fucking items in Mario work just from being alive.
Yeah, I mean, I've played it. I just didn't like it, so I stopped.
Yeah. But that's it's the difference between like the 90s Mario movie, which was like, I don't even think the series had been around for 10 years at that point. So they have to be like, well, this guy's a turtle because of de-evolution. And there's the reason there's fungus everywhere is because of this. And they have to like over-explain all that shit. Whereas here it's like, it's Bowser, he's a giant turtle. He wants to marry the princess.
He's in charge of little turtles. He's the leader because he is clearly bigger than all of them.
Yeah.
There's a princess. She's got a kingdom full of mushroom people.
And
why do we care about that?
And
we don't, but...
And she looks like a praying mantis, according to A4.
Anya Taylor-Joy is so fucking ugly, dude. I swear to God.
I think you're ugly.
Yeah, I think you're insane. I think you're insane, bro.
I'm actually hotter than Anya Taylor-Joy. I would
you're
sooner
not.
fuck myself.
You're definitely not.
I would sooner
not.
I would sooner fuck a clone of myself.
You can
Hey,
go
look,
fuck
man.
yourself for that opinion.
Look,
That's fair.
no one's asking you to fuck her.
Good, because I
Would
would
100%
she
never
might
going to
be
ask
rude.
you to fuck her.
the whole fucking time during the
What is
menu. It's
it?
just like, is she gonna die at any point? Because that'd be fine.
Fucking, I liked that movie a lot.
It was
She's gonna bite your head off
A4
after you get done,
Well,
too.
so A4 said that our friend Jacob Espen, whatever the fuck, not other Jacob,
Jewenstein, or whatever the hell his name is.
made the joke of her eating the head, and I was like, I'd let her, dude, 100%. You know what? I've had a good
yeah,
run.
you'd also fuck chicks that are like so muscly they're basically legally dudes. So it's like,
That's not true. I just like chicks.
It's
with
just
big
easier to
thighs.
hit the clit
That
when
can
it's
break
when
watermelons
it's
with her
9
thighs.
inches long.
What's wrong with that? What's
my
wrong
wife,
with that, A4?
my wife has been working out, and the other day I came
Speaking
in
of-
while she was on Discord, and she was like,
Speaking
"Yes,
of
you're gonna be able
9-inch
to break
clits.
watermelons with my thighs," and I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude!"
Dude, our
Nice.
girlfriend is so quirky. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I just don't want her to get.
Sorry,
I don't want her thighs
so-
to get too muscular, because then when she finally pops out a baby in 75 years, she's gonna accidentally crush its fucking skull when she like contracts.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So sorry, as for like those who don't know, and I don't think you two know, for a long time I would call A4's girlfriend our girlfriend in chats, and just see if he noticed.
I think the joke was implied. I think
No,
everyone
No,
kinda
I
got
just
it.
wanted. I just
And-
wanted. I'm doing what the Mario movie didn't, and I'm giving you exposition.
You've told me before.
Are you giving me the
also.
lore? You're giving me the item description?
Yeah,
of
this is
my wife?
Yeah, because we know
Zach's item
Joe loves
description.
that. Joe loves that, and so I'm giving it to him.
I mean, we do kind of love lore within our show. We'll reference the show and things that have happened,
True.
and
Except
we'll
for
also.
Joe won't, because he doesn't want to live in the past or be seen as like he doesn't want to get canceled, which is fair. Because we've.
It's even
I've seen
more.
how
It's
some of
even.
you talk.
Yeah, that one time when Joe was just screaming the N-word for a whole episode,
Yeah.
I thought that was a little much, but I mean,
Yeah.
And
There's
then he
only.
kept saying, "No, engage, engage," and we're like, "Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
oh."
Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of. I do enjoy lore that doesn't happen on the show too, like making personal references in the show all the time.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorite moments.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my
The
favorite.
fact that I
dude.
can't conceive, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that Schweiss ran over a homeless person. There's just funny jokes. That
Yeah.
Well, that was on the show.
That was on the show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Also, real quick, sorry, going back, because I listened to sort of an episode. You got your car broken into?
Yeah.
That blows.
Yeah.
Was it the person you hit? Like, did they come back from?
No,
revenge, like,
this
on
guy
the-
has like a sweet mustache. Apparently, like there's a picture of him, and he's got like, dude, it's like a
How did you
snidely
find a picture
whiplash.
of him?
Because the guy who
It was
pulled
Mario.
the guy who pulled a gun on him has like a camera, and there's a photo of him where he's got like laser looking eyes and like a fucking epic tier
Wait.
goatee and
Someone pulled a gun on
mustache.
him? I didn't.
It
listen.
It was a
was,
fake
uh,
gun, but that
It was,
guy.
it
That guy was apparently sitting in the backyard today when I was leaving, and was like messing with a rifle. And Alex is like, "Do you think you should go out there?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to go out there. I don't want to get shot.
That's the
This
exact
guy's-
opposite of what I should do.
This guy's going off the
think we
rocker.
should
I'm not going to be the
knock
first.
him
I'm not going to be the
down.
one to tell him that he's doing crazy shit.
The guy had laser eyes and a sweet mustache. Your car got
Oh.
broken into by robotic Sam Elliott.
Did he bust your window open, or like what happened?
Schweiss, on a scale of like, how surprised would you be if he turned out to be like a shooter?
I mean,
If he went into a mall and just like gunned some people down?
I wouldn't be super surprised. I has serious like PTSD
I mean,
and stuff.
to be fair though, it's a good thing that Provo Town Center is virtually empty.
I would need to know what was in his
All the time.
manifesto first before I pass judgment on that. But
Yeah,
He's just going to try to gun down everybody with a mustache.
yeah. I gotta find a picture. This picture that he posted, and like I was like, man, this guy's.
while you're
pretty
doing
sweet
that, by
looking.
the way, Schweiss, you're the only one of us with progeny. What did they think of the movie? Since that's kind of an important, factor here.
They liked it. Nicholas got excited at the mushrooms because he just got this new thing that's for capturing bugs that's shaped like a mushroom. And so when the mushrooms
cool.
happened, he was like freaking out and thought it was funny.
So for most of the movie,
Yeah. And Jace liked it.
There's a good thing there wasn't any space in this movie.
oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah. Wait till the Mario Galaxy movie.
He's come around on space.
And your kid's crying. Oh, that's not
Yeah.
as funny.
I know. But yeah, they liked it. I mean, they thought it was good. Jace, it wasn't as funny as when we watched Top Gun Maverick, and Jace was like, he was like, that was actually a very good movie. As we were leaving,
Very
I was like,
distinguished.
Actually.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, look at him. You're like, you're Joe's son, aren't you?
yeah. Here, let me show you. Let me show you guys the picture of this dude. I'm gonna post it in the general chat because I don't care.
Guess
Look
I
at
could
this
pull it up on
guy's fucking mustache and tell me that's not sweet looking.
What the fuck?
That person is not a
Dude.
real person.
That's what I thought too. I was like, is this some kind of like skinwalker? Like, what the fuck is this guy? He loves grandma's peanut butter cookies.
Is that what he stole from your car?
Yeah, there was. I found one. I found one under the seat recently that was like half eaten. I'm pretty sure that was the one that he ate. And of course, I
Did you
finished
take it? Did you? No, it's like, did you take it to them, like the people for like analysis?
It looks like a dude who would say like, I do declare before he...
Yeah,
I'm a simple country.
It's a mod, boy.
yeah.
As a simple country burglar, I must say,
This car is very unlocked, sir.
he almost looks like the gay. Well, okay, gay doesn't really narrow it down with this movie, but the guy in Moulin Rouge who's like the ringleader with like
Yes.
the blonde mustache.
Yes, yes, he does. He looks exactly like that.
Yeah, so he's
He's
fallen.
kinda got, like, the-
But
mutton
like with
chops going on.
Satan eyes.
He's fallen far since that movie. That movie will do bad things to a
that's
straight
saying
man.
something because that movie's obnoxious.
Yeah. So yeah, this is.
Schweiss's car.
if you guys
I do
were-
have the vapors.
If you guys were wondering what happened to that guy, here it is. This is what Hollywood will
got
do to you.
shot
It chews
by
him
your
up,
neighbor.
spits him out, and makes him addicted to grandma's cookies.
And then Schweiss eats the other one and becomes this man.
Yeah. My
Start growing
mustache.
the mustache.
My mustache game has been pretty great since then. But somebody commented like on the Facebook chat or the Facebook page for the neighborhood that guy's he's like, oh, it should be pretty easy to find him with that sweet facial hair. I'm like, yeah. And Alex is telling me she thinks it's the shadows, but I'm like, no, man, that's legit. I don't know what the
No,
fuck.
that's definitely mustache.
I don't know
'cause he's
why
kinda
they-
got like sideburns coming from the sides.
Yeah, I don't know why this guy's robbing my cookies from me. He must have heard. I mean, I know everyone was talking about my cookie collection, but I didn't think it
What
would
the
get
fuck
around.
is he like holding on to? Like his hand is. What is he? What is? It's like
He's
he's
stuffing
got
the
a
cookies in
baby
his like
and he's
raincoat there
protecting
or
it.
whatever.
Yeah, he's getting his
A lot of
gloves on,
cookies.
so he can't be traced.
But he left a saliva thing behind that you ate.
The Cookie Monster, yeah,
Oh my god! I'm sorry for the people at home who can't see this picture. By the way,
yeah.
Go
It's in
watch
the
YouTube version.
you gotta watch the YouTube version and check out the Discord page at 8:30 p.m. on 4/17/2023. So
10:30 Eastern.
yeah, 10:30 Eastern time.
8:30's Mountain Time.
Yeah, the only time that counts, the only time that's real.
Sorry,
yeah.
man, I'm living in the future.
I don't think this is a really good movie, but for a video game adaptation, it's
Yeah, it's pretty good for that.
Yeah, it's not going to blow your fucking
expectations
mind or anything.
quite a bit.
It was
And
fast.
I had some legitimate good laughs in here. So that was good, probably 4 or 5 really good
As
laughs.
far as like a movie goes, I would say like Detective Pikachu or Sonic 2 is better just in terms of like telling a cohesive story that like has that human element to it.
Yeah.
As a video game adaptation, I think this might be one of the best. Like I'm really having trouble deciding whether I like it more than Detective Pikachu or Sonic 2 because like
I don't think it's a better movie than Detective Pikachu or
No.
Rampage. I don't think it's a
Right.
better movie than either of those.
that's what I mean. But it's a better video game adaptation, I think, than like most of those.
I'd put
Just
it
'cause
on
it's-
about
it
the
does
same level as Sonic for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. At least
Sonic 2,
2.
I don't like as much as Sonic 1, but
Well, it's because it's,
you and
it's
I
an actual Sonic
disagree.
movie. But yeah,
I fell asleep to that movie, so I don't disagree.
I can
It's
imagine.
it's thoroughly entertaining. It's a good ass fun little time. I had a big dumb smile on my face the whole time.
It is
Yeah.
nice and short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which for a video game adaptation movie that I have to slog through,
nice. Yeah.
not a bad thing.
Yeah,
to
the
be.
90 minutes flew by in this thing. I'll be honest. Like, it wasn't the autistic speed of like Lego Batman,
Lego movie.
where I was like stressed almost. I'm like, God, this thing is like fucking everywhere. But like the kids were just glued. Like it just satisfied their autistic need. Their ADHD was just fucking
What?
obliterated. But not in
it's
this
funny-
one.
It's
Not as
funny
much.
that it flew by considering how many places it ends up going to. Because you got like the Brooklyn parts, you got like the Mushroom Kingdom part, then you've got like parts where Bowser's hanging out. You got the whole Rainbow Road thing and like the Kong area thing.
Yeah.
Like, it goes a lot of places for only running for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is why the pacing feels so shitty. But like they get a lot done with that time frame.
Yeah. I'm just glad it wasn't 2 hours long. I'm tired of that.
I think it was going to be originally, and I honestly wouldn't have minded if it was a little longer, just to kind of get some of that like better pacing in there. But I liked this movie for what it was. Honestly, my biggest problem with it was again pertaining to the soundtrack. They use a lot of like licensed '80s music at certain points.
I remember this. They use drops that are famous in other movies all the time. Like every single drop they had from like a really famous song has been used in a different famous movie years ago.
Right.
So like they had the Kill Bill drop,
Yeah.
and there were a bunch of others too. But like literally every song in this movie soundtrack has
Yeah.
been used in a different famous movie.
That's true.
I was just like, what? What are they doing? But I guess kids, it's a good way to introduce kids to that music. And like, so I'm like, okay, it's a kids movie. It's not like they already have like this like cultural knowledge. So
I don't want my kids listening to
only-
80s music.
It's something that the parents can recognize too. But I had a problem with it because one of the specific instances I can think of is that scene where they're driving with the Kong guy up to where they can talk to Cranky Kong and they're playing Take On Me. On the soundtrack is a different song that was composed for the movie that has a bunch of Donkey Kong Country motifs in it. It's like kind of like a big Donkey Kong Country medley. And they took that out in favor of Take On Me. And I genuinely would have rather had the Donkey Kong medley in there.
This is like the
during that
difference.
part.
Like when I was in middle school, and I was a huge Godsmack fan. I mean, I still am, but I was back then. And like I found out that Prince of Persia, the second game, the Warrior Within, had I Stand Alone in it, and I was like, oh my god, I need that just for that song. Like, and it's rated M, and it's bloody. And I played all of those games in a row except for the cell shaded one because it wouldn't work at the time. And that soundtrack I actually liked the least because I was like, the other ones are
Because it had
like,
Godsmack on it.
yeah, no, that
Godsmack's
part
a
was
terrible
awesome.
band.
That part was awesome, but like the rest of it, I'm like, this doesn't really fit. I mean, the other ones have like this Middle Eastern kind of sound to it, and like the soundtrack matches the world. And I feel like this is a similar situation where it's like, yeah, these great songs, sure, but they don't belong here. So what are we doing?
Kind of,
Like,
yeah. It's more just like that's another like reference they could have kept in the movie with the Donkey Kong music instead of using Take On Me. I think Take On Me
Yeah.
fit fine for what they were going for, and that's probably why they ultimately kept it in the movie. But it's just like, oh man, what could have been? What could have been?
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to make a great soundtrack worthy of buying it on vinyl, you have to have original songs. I don't think you can do
Yeah,
that.
it's like all the original music.
No, I
don't think
know.
yeah.
Does it not have any of the
I don't think it has any of the licensed stuff on it. I think it's all just the film score.
Oh, that's fine, I guess. But
And it might have like the Peaches song on there. I have no idea. I know they put that out as a single with the Mario Brothers rap from the 80s cartoon as like the B-side.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fine. I didn't have any problems with it. I did.
It's not a deal breaker. I just wish they would have kept some of those original songs instead of using the licensed music. But other than that, like, I think the movie was totally worth seeing. I think I said in the group chat too, like, if like normal people should see this movie if they like Mario, if they don't see it in theaters, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's totally fine if they just see this at home on a streaming service on their TV. But like, if you're a Mario fan, yeah, go see this in theaters, and you probably already have.
How dare you not support the
statistically-
film industry, says Joe, a man who doesn't buy popcorn and concessions at the
I
theater.
did
The
buy
only
popcorn.
thing
bought
keeping
popcorn.
them alive.
I did, in fact. I bought that mega tub.
Oh yeah, so did I. Yeah.
It's,
That's a fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude, it's like-
amazing purchase.
I
Then
mean,
you get a because then
all
you
you
get a
have to
free
do-
refill on the way out, and then you take it home.
no, it's not. It's not a free refill.
It's
but you buy this like
cheaper.
plastic one, and if you go to the movies like 5 times, it pays for itself in a year.
Yeah, it's
So-
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the,
Mega tub.
the refills are like under $4.
Which I
and
do.
it's
It's
huge.
$3.50.
The ones that I was talking about was just you get the large tub, and then they have like a punch thing at the bottom that you can use to get a refill.
Yeah, you can do
No,
that
what
with
they, yeah, you can do
Cinemark.
those. No, Cinemark doesn't do free refills right now.
Oh really?
Yeah, they piss me off.
You know, I
But so,
their stock is pissing me off. I'll tell you that. I bought like a bunch of IMAX and Cinemark when we were coming out of the pandemic because I was like, yeah, people are going to go back to the movies, and it sucked ever since. I'm like, fuck, no one cares about Cinemark.
Well, it's
I
also
should've
because
known.
movies, like, dude, like the tickets were like 17 each for our showing for this thing.
Yeah, that's a
Really?
lot.
Like,
Where did
it's just got
at the Cinemark?
no, not at Cinemark. It was at a. I don't think it's a chain. I think it's just like a local.
Well, that's why,
theater.
dipshit. Go to a chain.
Yeah.
You
How
ready
many
for
chains
a
around
list of all the movies that Take On Me has appeared in?
I'm sure you're going to tell us whether we say
It's
yes
a
or
lot.
no.
I'll just give you a couple. Deadpool 2, A Dog's Purpose, Despicable Me 3,
Well, the
Another
sequels.
Teen
okay.
Titans.
So
Teen Titans Go to the Movies. No joke. So another one by the same people. Bumblebee from 2018.
well, that movie was just all 80s songs.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
Apparently
they
it's
really
in
wanted to
Last
hammer
of Us.
home what time period Bumblebee took place in.
So this is like within just like 3 years, it's been in a bazillion, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm hearing this fucking song everywhere.
It's a good song.
Yeah, I
It
will
is a
say
good song,
the-
but it
the-
doesn't need to be used in every fucking movie.
Yeah, I went up to the kiosk and it said to swipe my card. And so I swiped my MasterCard and then it printed off 3 tickets to Spider-Man from like 4 years ago. I was like, what the fuck? Like I was like, did I just get charged
Homecoming?
retroactively? Yeah. It was like, it said, it even said like 2019 or 2020 or whatever on the ticket. I'm like, what just happened to me? And then I bought the other ones like normal. And so I was like, oh, okay, now it's saying touch the screen. But it was like, swipe your card. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Did you try to redeem the Homecoming tickets anyway?
I should have. I'm like, hey, where are you guys showing Homecoming?
Yeah,
I just
what
got these
theaters
3
is it?
tickets
He
freshly
probably
off
could have
the
just.
press.
He probably wouldn't have even looked at what the thing said. You probably just could have seen whatever was in that theater.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, boys, I'm gonna go watch John Wick 4. You guys enjoy
Yeah, really.
Super Mario Bros.
And I'll just read the Wikipedia and have an opinion.
Yeah.
I'll have
Yeah.
ChatGPT make me a fucking.
Yeah, I'll
film
have
synopsis and try
ChatGPT
to-
listen to every
Oh,
episode of Nude Plan.
ChatGPT believes this has Michael Fassbender in it. Has the music by Hans Zimmer and was directed by Christopher Nolan.
Damn. I mean, those two check out as being like stuck together at the hip, but
Yeah, well, what you guys didn't realize was that Michael Fassbender was Kamek, so a little wizard dude that Bowser's. It sounds like Igor.
yeah.
I said Kamek with realizing you guys probably don't know what the fucking.
No idea.
No.
I know
Kamek
who
is.
it was.
I know you do because you play video games and these guys don't.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, you play them so much, you're currently playing one, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, John Wick 4, I would not have been mad at you if you had skipped this for John Wick 4.
Yeah.
Then we
John
could have
Wick-
both been like coming at the thought of John Wick 4 again.
John Wick 4 isn't even the best John Wick. Bro.
Get the
I do
fuck
need to see
out of
It's
here,
not.
dude. Dude,
It's not. It's fun, and I liked it.
man.
I will tell
I
you
think
I liked it.
that movie's
Out of
fucking
all of them,
amazing.
It's great. It's just not my favorite out of all of them. Like,
What's your favorite?
I like 2 a lot.
Okay. I have
I like
not
2 a
actually
lot.
seen 2. I've seen 1, 3, and 4.
You idiot. Like the ones you should watch is like 2, 3, and 4 because like
3. Well, 1 is amazing and 4 is amazing. 3
Yeah,
I thought was mostly amazing.
Is 3 the one with the chick?
Yeah,
Coast
3.
222.
That's where 3 I think has some problems. It brings
Coast
in that
222
her
in
as
the
a
chat
character
says
also.
John Wick 4 is just too much choreography. Like it has the least
Get the
story out of all of
fuck out of here. Anyway,
them. Nice song.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Okay, now we're
Yeah,
gonna do
how many
Dude
movies
Plan's
does that
review
song
of John Wick
appear
in?
4.
I love
felt
kung fu movies
he
deeply.
took too much damage, dude. Like, there's a couple scenes there where I'm like, get the
Hey,
fuck.
the movie agrees with you.
And the thing is, like, it does, but I'm like, I suspend a lot of belief in movies. But there's some things
Dude.
where I'm like, shut the fuck, stop it.
Dude, it was a laugh riot. I was laughing my ass off.
I
that
would love to
entire
have that on the
movie.
back of the box for John Wick 4. A laugh
Alright.
riot.
Everybody in the movie theater was like that, dude. We were laughing our asses off
So
watching this thing.
when he gets kicked down the stairs, our entire theater lost it.
I haven't
Oh
seen
yeah!
it, so-
Everybody
When he
laughed.
gets kicked down the stairs that never end,
Yeah, everybody laughed.
and it's just like
He passes Cloud and Tifa and Barrett running up the other way.
You can see him move his arm to make him go further, and I'm like, you idiot.
Oh my god!
The
No,
kills were
dude.
good though. I enjoy the kills. I always enjoy the kills.
I love a
I like the
big,
killers.
Shut up.
stupid but clever and well done action movie. Like
Yeah.
it is
It
just
is well
like,
done. And I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying out of all of them, I don't think
and
it's
it
my
knows how stupid it is too. Like
Dude,
it knows.
I want to.
I like
The
I like
movie
those kinds of
knows.
movies. Like
What I
Crank 1 and
like-
2 are awesome for the same
Yeah,
reason.
exactly,
movie?
Crank 1 and 2.
The Crank
Oh, yeah.
movies.
Dude,
Or
what I'm really stoked
Transporter or
for-
something. Like
Transport,
almost
yeah.
anything with Jason
Shoot
Statham
him
in
up
it.
with Clive Owen is kind of the
Yeah.
same way too. If you ever saw that,
In
I've
the
heard
name of
that's
the
really
king.
good.
Shoot him up is
But it's
really
like
fun.
it's like where you're thrilled at the action and laughing at how like
Oh.
ridiculous it is.
Another one, Hardcore Henry. Hardcore Henry's another one that's like that.
Hardcore Henry was pretty sweet
Yeah, I like Hardcore
because
Henry
it's all
a lot.
first person. That one's sick.
Yeah,
What I'm stoked on though is the trailer they had with the World War II guy, where the Nazis are coming and the dude finds. Do you have that in your theater? The dude finds the gold vein and he has to travel back across like wherever. I can't remember where he's at, but like he gets ambushed by these Nazis, and essentially it's like him. He has to like kill all these Nazis to like get back to where he's going, and it's like from the same. It's the John Wick people.
I was gonna say, you saw this preview during the Mario movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
I did.
dude.
No.
Speaking of
It's very John Wick.
previews, the Barbie preview in front of Mario, that played in front of Mario, and I was like, I don't know if this is kid appropriate. I had a moment there where they were talking about like a beach off, like I'll
Yeah,
beat
beach
you
off,
both off
yeah.
at the same time. And I was like looking around, I'm like, there's a bazillion kids in the audience, and I'm like,
Yeah.
is anybody getting this?
There's like a really pissed off dad with his arms folded, just like glaring
And I
at
was
the
like,
screen.
it's like,
It was you.
there was a million
Yeah.
people there too, and I laughed at the beach off joke, and then like my laugh echoed through the movie theater.
Picture that.
It's like,
I can just picture that. We didn't get the Barbie preview in front of Mario for us. We got a Little Mermaid, Black Little Mermaid.
I didn't get there early enough for previews.
Yeah, same. Because
I'm
my
so
girlfriend knows how
stoked for
fucking
Barbie.
pissed off it makes me to be late to the movies.
I don't
'Cause
mind.
I love watching trailers, dude. I love watching the trailers.
I actively
And we're-
plan on being 15 minutes
Oh,
later, so I don't have to
Dude,
sit
no,
there and
fuck
watch them
it. You're the
forever.
fucking prick who walks in front of me and spills your popcorn. Like, oh, sorry. And it's like, sit your fucking ass down.
No one else was
Shut
in
the
there.
fuck up. I'll kill you.
Schweiss, you will be proud of my wife though, because the Black Little Mermaid trailer ended, and she just leans over and she's like, "I don't really want to see that," and I'm like, "Me neither." Like, so we're good. I don't
Yeah.
have to get dragged to go see that. Like I
think
saw
it's
Beauty
weird
and
that
the
you're
fucking
stopping,
Beast
you're
live
stopping
action.
your wife from seeing her people. Like, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Look, man,
The mermaids.
those
Very
Disney live
negative
action,
review.
those
Yeah,
Disney
thank
live.
you, Joe.
I don't.
That's what
She
exactly- that's
could
exactly
be
what we were looking
fucking
for.
purple, dude. She could be chartreuse. I don't care what color she is. That movie's gonna fucking blow. All those live action
Well,
Disney
so we had
remakes
that-
are fucking terrible.
There was that little talk we had in the chat today.
I have not watched a single one still. I
different-
have not watched
They're
a
awful.
single
Do not watch
live
them.
action remake.
Like the
of
only
any
one that even
animated Disney
approaches
movies.
being good is The Jungle Book.
I've only watched
So-
Beauty and the Beast.
The only one that I'm tempted to now to see is Lilo and Stitch because I love Lilo and Stitch. But even then, I don't know because I haven't seen any of the live action
They're not good. Just like if you want to see if you want to watch Lilo and Stitch, just watch Lilo and the original Lilo and Stitch. The live action one is not going
anymore.
The live you don't have Disney Plus? You, the Marvel guy, doesn't have Disney Plus?
I don't have a VHS player anymore. It broke.
You do have a point though, because I don't even know if you could buy Lilo and Stitch on Blu-ray anymore because it's fucking Disney
Probably
Vault
the
bullshit.
Disney Vault. I hate that shit. Fucking
I know,
bastards.
me too.
I just hated
Although,
that they
you'd
sent
be
me Captain Marvel and Turning Red. I was like, okay, cancel this right now.
Jesus Christ.
And Alex even specifically said, hey, don't send us this one. And they're like, nope, sorry. Here it is. I'm like, come on.
Did you see Turning Red? Like, did you
no,
actually
I
watch
watched
it?
like 10 minutes of it. It was in the background while I was playing Elden Ring, and I was getting really, really angry. I was like,
Don't worry,
these,
it wouldn't have gotten
these
any better if you
characters
saw the other.
are
Dude, it's bad.
extremely annoying. The animation looks
Yeah.
like shit. And I'm like, I told Jason,
What'd
I
you
was like,
say?
turn that off right now. He's like,
Yeah.
what?
What'd you
Why? And I was
say?
like, it's annoying the shit out of me. Turn it off.
Schweiss.
Can't
would
watch
you
this
say-
in my house.
Would you say you?
My
you were
poor
Turning
dad,
Red?
Schweiss, my poor dad watched the Pokemon movie with me.
Look, Turning Red is infuriating, okay? Pokemon at least is cool.
Listen,
When you're a
Joe.
kid.
your
No,
it's not.
father-
Yes,
Oh.
it is.
Yes, it is, Joe.
It's very
Joe, your
cool.
father-
At
your
least
father
your dad
loves
had to
you.
watch a
Dot,
movie
dot,
with you
dot,
that had
dot,
like
dot. His
that had like testosterone behind its making. There's none of that in Turning Red. That is a
Yeah.
fucking estrogen
In fact,
Yeah.
that's
bomb.
because it's a
This
period.
this was made by women and women only.
Also, it's just
Who-
Turning Red.
Who cares if it's made by women? I don't.
Because
who
they're
cares?
annoying and they're bad at making movies.
Yeah, everyone knows this.
I'm gonna eat my words when the Five Nights at Freddy's movie comes out, which is directed by a woman. So
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
as long as it's not.
Have you seen The Hurt Locker?
no, I don't watch movies with
What?
women in them.
Oh, that I
There's
don't
not
even
a
think
woman
there's
in
a
it.
woman in that movie. It's just directed by Catherine Bigelow. So
Yeah, that movie's pretty good.
yeah,
I heard that
movie's
movie was
fucking
good.
awesome. How about Point Break? Have you seen Point Break?
Nope,
Same filmmaker.
never seen it.
Okay.
I'm too straight to watch Point Blank.
Keep naming movies and I'll keep saying no.
Point Break.
K-19, The Widowmaker.
Nope,
No.
never heard of it.
Training Day.
Nope,
No.
I've seen it. I've seen the picture of it, but nope.
I've seen the parody of it from Chappelle's show.
Yeah, only people making fun of it. I did watch that one coming of age story. That
Turning
chick
Red?
made. No, no, it wasn't that bad. The one that won, they didn't win Best Picture. But it was directed by a chick.
Oh, that's Greta Gerwig, and she's the one behind Barbie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That
That's
movie.
half the reason
Let's
I'm
go
like
party.
really excited.
That
about
movie was good, but there were
'Cause
definitely
she
better
made-
movies that year.
She made Lady Bird, and she made
Why can't it be?
Haven't seen Lady
Bird?
Bird.
Little Women, and both are
Haven't seen
fantastic.
Little Women.
Never. I don't think I've seen Little Women. That
It's really
doesn't
good.
sound like a movie I would ever watch.
Yeah,
I would
same.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming
Nope.
out in October?
Never
it's directed
played it.
by the woman who made The Wind. Joe probably knows who that is.
I don't know The Wind. I don't know what that is.
It's like a
I know
horror
the
movie
colors
about
of
being
The
on
Wind.
Prairie.
If doesn't watch horror movies because he gets scared.
I love horror movies. I just don't like movies with women in them. There's a difference.
Jesus fucking Christ!
What?
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing in here?
Anyway, hey, what are you doing in here? Said the guy on the podcast.
Yeah. What are you guys doing in here listening to me?
I don't know.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Any
You and
last
I agree
thoughts
a lot of
on-
things.
Any last thoughts on Mario?
No.
Fun movie.
Yeah.
Glad we finally got a good
Glad I
video
took-
game adaptation.
Yeah, glad I took the kids to it. Would have rather taken them to Nickel City, but that's okay.
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
It was all
I
right.
went in with pretty middling expectations and was very happy with how much I ended up liking it by the end.
Yeah, the nightly culling of the children has begun.
The only problem is I just don't know where they're going to go with this because they do tease like Yoshi at the end. Like there's a scene where you do see Yoshi very briefly in the background, like a bunch of them. But the end of the movie teaser is like,
Oh, was there
Egg
actually a
cracking.
teaser? Oh,
Yeah,
my
Yoshi-
it's
God.
very, very,
Can
very
we
end of the
stop
credits.
like doing teasers for everything? Like, please,
Maybe you
just
should
fucking
just
stop.
Wait.
No, you have a good animated like credit scene, and then you go regular credits. I leave. I'm not waiting after regular credits. If you want me to stay, make more cool credits. Like credits were fun, and then it went gay, and the lights turned on, and I left.
Is that the Mario credits? You the ba-ding.
Yeah. So like, man, Marvel just not everything has to mimic those movies. They suck.
Yeah, I mean, if they do it, they'll probably make a sequel to this because it made a fuckload of money. I just don't know where you would go with it because it's like every Mario, every single. No, I know, but it's like every single Mario plot is just Bowser kidnaps Peach, Mario go beat him. Like unless they do Luigi's Mansion or one of the spin-offs, I don't know where you go with this. Or if the joke being like with Mario Brothers 2, the movie is just a completely different movie reskinned to be a Mario movie, like fucking Doki Doki Panic turning into Mario 2 over here. But yeah, someone will laugh at that.
None of our
here.
listeners.
Yeah.
Someone will get that. Someone, I guarantee. Hey, comment on this web zone if you got that joke.
Yeah, come
All
like
right.
our web zones.
Yeah.
Email me if you want to.
And if you go to our Nude Clan OnlyFans, you can see our web zones.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mine's normally
is that-
covered up by Internet Explorer, but I'll show you my web zone.
yeah, my hair's webby enough.
Joe's
down
got the
there 'cause it's covered in
Firefox
cum.
one. The Firefox one covered in his freaking ginger snatch down there.
Mine's all prolapsed in
Ginger
red, so mine's
snatch.
opera. It's just a big red ring.
Yeah. Dude,
Mine's
the new
Keys.com.
speaking of the Conan the new Conan like sorcery thing, it looks like an asshole to me. Like the O they used, it looks terrible.
The
And,
new
like,
Conan sorcery thing.
it's like Age of Sorcery with the O for
It's like the new
sorcery.
expansion.
Looks like a nasty,
Exiles.
fucked up asshole. Like it's terrible looking. And I'm talking like this is Comic Sans already, and then it's got the asshole thing. I'm like, dude.
I wonder if I could get away with for the thumbnail for this episode because there's a very
I
like.
don't want
funny-
you to put an asshole on anything.
Well, there's a very
going
funny
on.
Hide
Photoshop
one.
of There's a very funny Photoshop of Mario 64 Mario bending over and someone like photoshopped the goatsy butthole on him. But I'm like, what if I just put the Age of Sorcery logo in front of that? Where the
yeah.
O is where the asshole is.
Yeah, have you seen the
I wonder if I
Goatsy
could get away
thing,
with
Joe? It's pretty funny.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't
Oh,
want to
man.
know.
Goatsy's a very old internet thing of a guy like literally like pulling his asshole apart with his hands.
Conan Age of Sorcery. Okay, what's the asshole thing?
It's the way the O looks.
Weird that you would look
Like
that
the
up,
red
but not
fiery
when Nick
O?
Mayford talked
Yeah.
about, like, big
It
cults and
looks
stuff.
like a
Normal.
swollen ass.
No, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like
It
it
bugs
kind of
me.
looks like a red Fruit Loop, but that also kind of looks like a swollen ass.
Yeah,
I do
like-
see it as like a red Fruit Loop that's been in the milk for a while.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good.
It looks
way
God
to
of War has the
foul.
same fuck, dude. God of War, the 2018 God of War has
Like
the
an
same
Apple
fucking
Jacks.
thing. It's got a big prolapsed asshole around the of
Yeah,
on the logo.
I don't know. I just don't. I just every time I see it, I'm like, I just don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the way it looks. It bugs me. Why's that got to be there? Why do I got to look at this guy's fucking red ass? His fucking chapped his
It's the
chapped
portal to the
hole.
exiled lands.
Yeah, you got to go through a chapped hole to get to the exiled lands.
It's what your asshole's going to look like when you're finally done 100%ing Conan Exiles.
Yeah, they've added much since we left the lands. So
Yeah, they had
Well-
horses.
Lands.
no boats though. What the fuck?
Can't dig your dick through the sand either. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
Not on the
I haven't
console you're playing on.
confirmed. I haven't confirmed
PC.
if PC does that or not. I hadn't tried. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I don't have anything else. Yeah.
Nope.
You don't
It's a
have
good
any
place
other
to end.
video game logo assholes you want to fucking?
I don't. None come to mind.
It's not an asshole, but in the logo for Super Mario Galaxy, the letters that have stars on them spell out "You are Mr. Gay," so that's funny.
Wow.
Our next movie is still Tekken, by the way.
God,
Did we
What's it
decide
the-
where that thing's at?
What's with the fighting ones? Like, I guess that seems like it would be an easy plot.
are you asking where Tekken is streaming or whatever?
Yeah.
So real quick, the chick who played Chun-Li in that movie is coming to Comic-Con, and I am really tempted to get a signed autograph from her that says, like, I love Nude Clan, and then have her sign.
Do it. See
Joe,
if she'll join our cult.
Yeah.
Joe, Tekken the movie is on Tubi for free, so
Oh, okay. Well, then sweet. let's get that watched by next week, guys. I don't think I'm going to beat Parasite Eve this week.
I'm not going
What
to beat
about-
Parasite Eve 2 and 3 by next week, probably.
Oh yeah, Halo. We're gonna do together, huh?
Yeah. So
Tekken,
let's do
another
Tekken by next
movie?
week. We've got a lot of movies left.
Do you want to watch that or the Pokemon first
I
movie?
hate movies.
Pokemon, the first movie.
We have 13 movies left.
Counting the animateds.
No, the animateds are optional. Those are not on our required list. We have 13 required movies left. We have Tekken, Prince of Persia, Resident Evil Afterlife, Resident Evil Retribution, Silent Hill Revelation. There's not enough R's here. Need for Speed, Hitman, Agent 47, Warcraft, Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil, The Final Chapter, Dead Trigger, Werewolves Within, and then possibly Five Nights at Freddy's in October.
I like how you're going to count Werewolves Within and Dead Trigger, but not count the Pokemon movie.
Live
They're
action.
not. It's live action.
Yeah, and,
Based on games
Theatrically
no
released.
one's heard of.
and you guys are the ones that
Hey,
added the
A4.
animated.
It's not a fucking popularity contest. I don't know.
That's the reason we did the Mario movie. So
Oh, that was because 3 of us were going to watch it anyway,
Yeah.
or 2 of
I
us
don't know.
were, and I was
hey,
like,
whatever helps you sleep at
maybe.
night.
So,
Yeah, I wasn't gonna watch it. I mean, I'm glad I took the kids to it. I guess it was fun, but wasn't planning on spending time with the offspring.
Unless it was fishing in Fortnite, right?
Yeah, unless it's fishing for weapons and
If
Fortnite.
Schweiss takes the dinosaur route with his kids, he's like, kids, fend for yourselves.
Yeah,
I'm the
I thought you were
meat-
gonna
the
say
meat
we go
finder.
see every Jurassic World, which is also true.
Wow,
Even though
I don't want you to show them bad cinema.
Yeah, too late. But we did watch. What movie was it? Something. We watched something back to back one day, and I was like, "Fuck, can't do this." I think I slept through the second half or second one though. But anyway, I don't remember what it was, so it doesn't matter.
nope.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Until next time, live always in the nude.
Remember, bullet bills don't melt steel beams.
Walk with your big red asshole held high.
A4 is a big red asshole. Fuck off.